The book of Job, I have discovered that Job was, in fact, pre-flood. Genesis chapter 6, wickedness in the world. When humans began to increase in numbers on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of human were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal, their days will be 120 years. Then if we look at Deuteronomy 34, it clearly states that Moses was in fact 120 years old when he died. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab, as the Lord had said. He buried him in Moab in the valley opposite Beth Peor. But to this day no one knows where his grave is. Moses was 120 years old when he died. Clearly, Moses got to live out the full length of human life after the flood. Then we flip to Job 42:12. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. And he also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. The first daughter he named Jemimai, the second Keziah, and the third Karen Hapuch. Nowhere in the land were there found women as beautiful as Job's daughters. And their father granted them an inheritance along with their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years. He saw his children and their children to the fourth generation, and so Job died an old man full of years. So clearly it states that in the second half of his life, he lived 140 years. So we're not sure as to how old he was prior in the beginning parts of his life, but we do know that he lived 140 years in the second half of his life, and this would not be possible, as after the flood, men were only to live 120 years old. So this gives rise to the fact that Job was in fact pre-flood.